Mandatory safety equipment. Personal protection equipment includes personal flotation devices, PFDs, and life jackets. One PFD or life jacket for each person aboard is required. When buying a PFD or life jacket, look for Transport Canada approval stamp or label. The PFD must be of the appropriate size for each individual and properly stowed and readily accessible. It is important that an infant wear the PFD that corresponds to his or her weight. An infant can easily lose a PFD that is too big. On the other hand, a PFD that is too small will not ensure proper flotation, and in both cases, the infant is at risk and may drown. Specific PFDs exist for many different sports such as kayaking, canoeing, fishing, sailing, etc. When you buy a PFD, choose the model that is most appropriate for the chosen activity. The personal flotation device should be snug-fitting, yet allow lots of freedom so that you can move your arms and your legs. Many boat operators neglect their PFDs. Some of them use their PFDs as cushions in their boats, while others use them as fenders to protect the hull while the boat is at dock. If used in this manner, materials inside the PFD that ensures its floatability may break up and the external shell may be torn. Some people will expose their PFDs to direct sunlight. Remember, the ultraviolet rays can damage the fabrics of the PFD, and all of these practices are discouraged. Caring for your PFD is easy. The operator of a pleasure craft should clean their personal flotation devices and life jackets with a mild soap and water. Try to avoid dry cleaning them or using strong detergents or gasoline to clean them. You must let the PFD dry in open air. Never put them in a dryer or constantly exposed to direct sunlight or close to a direct heat source. On board, pleasure craft operators must place their personal flotation devices and life jackets that are not being used in a dry, well-ventilated area with easy access. Appropriate care of your PFD will prolong its life. A personal flotation device or a life jacket becomes void if they have been repaired or altered. Therefore, they are no longer usable and must be replaced. A repair or alteration may compromise the floatability of the PFD, and therefore approval by Transport Canada is no longer valid. Make a habit to periodically check the floatability of your PFD. It must keep the person face up in the water. Most PFDs are comfortable. They're available in a wide variety of colors and styles with models that are designed specifically for nautical sports. PFDs offer a lesser degree of floatability than a life jacket. The standard life jackets offers much more floatability than a PFD. By its construction, the conventional life jacket can turn an unconscious person face up in the water and maintain this position until the person is rescued. A life jacket or a PFD that is under the seat of the boat is of no use to anybody. Wear it. It will save your life. Inflatable PFDs. You can also buy inflatable PFDs, but you must understand how to use and care for them if they are to work properly. You must also think about the activity and conditions that they are best suited for. Above all, remember, to be legal, you have to be wearing an inflatable PFD in an open boat. If the boat is not open, then you only need to wear it while you're on the deck or in the cockpit. Inflatable PFDs are not made to be worn by anyone under 16 years old, by anyone who weighs less than 80 pounds, on a personal watercraft, or for whitewater paddling activities. Inflatable PFDs come in the following two styles: vest types that can be inflated manually or automatically with a CO2 system, and pouch types that can be inflated manually by pulling the toggle to activate the CO2 inflation system. Although these PFDs inflate quickly, for a weak swimmer, it can seem like it takes forever. All Canadian approved inflatable PFDs have an oral inflation tube in case the CO2 system fails. This tube can be hard to use when you're trying to keep your head above water. An emergency is no time to try out this new device. Inflatable PFDs come with owner's manuals. Look for it and read it carefully. Try the PFD under supervision before heading out and make sure you know how to use it. Buoyant heaving lines. A buoyant heaving line is approved for use as long as it floats, is in good condition, is made from one full length of rope, not many shorter ropes tied together, is at least 15 meters long for boats up to 24 meters, is long enough for the boat that you'll be using it for, and is used only as safety equipment so that it's easy to find and use in an emergency. To improve the accuracy of the throw to a person overboard, the buoy or other floating objects should be affixed to the buoyant heaving line. In addition, boaters should practice throwing the buoyant heaving line in order to develop their skills to an effective level. Approved Lifebuoys. When buying a Lifebuoy, look for the Transport Canada approval stamp or label. Lifebuoys must be at least 610 millimeters, that's 24 inches in diameter, and Solus Lifebuoys are 762 millimeters or 30 inches in diameter. Smaller Lifebuoys and horseshoe-type devices are not approved. The Lifebuoy must be attached to the buoyant line of not less than 15 meters in length, which must be securely attached and in good condition. Make sure that the grab lines on the Lifebuoy are also secure and in good condition. As well, it must not be torn, perforated, or moldy. It must be quickly accessible in an emergency and is required only in vessels of over 9 meters.
Reboarding devices. A reboarding device allows a person to climb back onto the boat from the water. A transom ladder or swim platform ladder meet this requirement. The reboarding device must obviously be appropriate to the type of craft. The vessel's propulsion unit can never be used in gaining access to the vessel from the water.